What's going on, guys? It's Grant or G Miners here. Today I'm going to be going over how to bypass the security mechanism in the Deep Stone Crypt Raid. This is the first encounter. To begin, split your team up into 2 teams of 3. One of these teams will be losing a player at the start of the encounter, so make sure you decide which team that will be. The arena for this first encounter can be broken up by a dividing glass wall in the middle. One team will start on each side. The team that you have chosen to lose a player will start the encounter by having that player pick up the operator augment. Note that starting the encounter encloses teams to their own side of the arena. This augment is denoted with a red symbol and can be picked up at one of the augmentation terminals shown on screen now. The operator buff allows the holder to damage the access panels on doors within this first encounter. With that being said, the player with this buff will navigate down to the lower level, shooting panels as required. As the encounter starts, both teams will begin to clear ads. The team in the darker room will look for a yellow health vandal carrying the scanner or yellow augment. Killing this vandal and retrieving this augment will allow the user to see 2 glowing panels on the floor below them. These panels must be called out and shot by the player with the operator augment on the floor below. You can see these panels through parts of the floor made of glass. After the operator shoots both of the panels located under the dark room, the scanner augment must be passed to the light room using the augmentation terminal. A player in the light room will need to grab this augment and use it to provide the operator with the final 2 panels to shoot. After all is said and done, the player with the operator augment should shoot 4 total panels, 2 under the light room and 2 under the dark room. Note that upon destroying a panel, a sentinel servitor will spawn in one of the rooms above. These sentinels will disable the augmentation terminal, preventing your team from passing around any of the augments. Make sure to kill these servitors as quickly as possible in order to reactivate the terminals. After the operator has successfully destroyed all 4 of the correct panels in the lower room, your team will begin a damage phase on the security mechanism. To physically damage this mechanism, your team will be shooting the 6 fuses located on the top floor. 3 fuses are on the light side and 3 fuses are on the dark side. Fuses must be damaged in a proper order, and this order may only be seen using the scanner buff. Upon starting a damage phase, the player in the bottom room must put their operator augment into the augment terminal. Another player must grab this augment to free up the terminal, and the player with the scanner augment must send their augment down to the player in the bottom floor. When the player in the bottom floor has the scanner augment, they can look at the central column and call out which of the 6 miniature fuses is glowing yellow. Each fuse corresponds to a fuse on the top floor, and only 1 fuse can be damaged on the top floor at a time. Make sure to call out the room where the fuse is located, along with its position to your teammates above. After all 6 of the fuses are destroyed, you will complete the encounter. If you are unable to complete this encounter with 1 damage phase, however, the mechanics must be repeated. We found it best to have the player remain in the bottom floor and pass them back the operator augment to earn another damage phase. That being said, the player in the basement only has so much time before a wipe phase in the basement begins. The room will catch on fire, killing any and all players down there. If you are attempting multiple damage phases, time is of the essence, so make sure you rotate augments quickly to optimize time. Additionally, if you take too long in general, the fuses will detonate and wipe your team. That is pretty much everything that you need to know to be able to bypass the security mechanism within the Deep Stone Crypt Raid. If you want to figure out how to clear the other encounters, check my description below for my Deep Stone Crypt Raid guide playlist. Peace.